Hello everyone, Larry here, and thank you for clicking into my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. So for today's video is my annual end of the year video where I review or go over what my top 10 albums of the year were. Now, these aren't the top 10 albums that I think were fantastic that came out in 2025. These are the top 10 albums that I listened to the most in 2025. And one of the reasons that I was listening to them the most is because these are the top 10 albums that really inspired my lyric writing, my songwriting, my music writing, how I was approaching music, mixing, and even mastering that for that matter. So these are the top 10 albums that had the greatest influence on me in 2025. But before I get into this, hopefully you'll take a moment to like and subscribe to my channel. This is a channel for all things hard rock, heavy metal, punk rock, and hardcore. This channel is for all of us together, hopefully to form a community. And when you like and subscribe, it's always greatly appreciated. So it's a top 10 list. So we'll start at number 10. The first one on number 10 is Opeth. Last Will and Testament, amazing album, amazing musicianship, and just all around incredible piece of music. And I listened to it a hell of a lot in 2025. So Opeth, Last Will and Testament is coming in at number 10. At number 9 is the Wildhearts, who have been on a hiatus. Ginger Wildheart was going through some more unfortunate mental issues and struggles, and now came back with one hell of an album, something that really surprised me. I always like what he does and what the Wildhearts do, but he came back with a brand new band and really smoked the shit out of this album, which is called the Satanic Rites of the Wildhearts. And just an amazing album, very well worth checking out. Next one coming in at number 8 would be Black Sabbath. Now, I do listen to a lot of Black Sabbath often, and certainly throughout my life, but unfortunately with the passing of Ozzy, I found myself listening to Black Sabbath's live album, The End, an awful lot. That's a great live album. It's a great snapshot in time. So Black Sabbath, The End comes in at number 8. Number 7, a little bit different, but just a fantastic album that I really love. Primus, the Brown album. Now, I'm a big Primus fan. The Brown album is probably their least popular album, but for that matter, it's one of my favorites. I listened to it a lot, and I found it very inspirational for me and my songwriting in 2025. Coming in at number 6 is Dream Theater with their new album, which was called Parasomnia. Just an amazing album. We all heard the news, the hype, and everything that's around it. The 40th anniversary, Mike Portnoy's back in the band, and this album clicked amazingly. You can really tell these guys got back together with Portnoy. Portnoy has that driving force that I call the Mike Portnoy effect, and it was in full effect on this album. Well worth listening to. If you haven't, I can't imagine that you haven't heard it yet, but definitely worth checking out over and over and over again, much like I did in 2025. Next one is an album that I really wasn't expecting a whole lot out of, but it really blew me away. Big fan of Ola England and doing the Sunday with Ola riff challenges, and I enjoy his Swola live show as well, which is on Sundays. And I really wasn't expecting a whole lot from the Haunted's new album, but what I got absolutely blew my mind. This is just some amazing metal that Ola, and of course all the other very talented musicians in the Haunted put out. Album is called the Songs of Last Resort, and it is amazing, worth checking out. So coming in at number 4 is an album that I've been listening to very consistently for the last, I think, 2 or 3 years. 2025 was no different. This is the album by Enslaved called Heimdall. I look at this album as kind of a black metal prog album. Not two things which go hand in hand with one another, but I think Enslaved really stepped out of their box. I'm not really a huge Enslaved fan, but this album I find to be absolutely mind-blowing, and just very, very inspiring and well done. So Heimdall from Enslaved coming in at number 4. Very, very worthwhile to check it out. It's going to be, I guarantee it, a good 45 minutes of your time. Coming in at number 3 is one of my favorite bands of all times, and that is Rotting Christ, and the album that I find myself listening to the most by them, and it's no different in 2025, is the album Rituals. That album to me was just kind of groundbreaking for Rotting Christ, and it was just absolutely amazing. Love it. Hopefully you love it too. If you haven't heard it, you definitely want to check it out. Coming in at number 2 is Haken. They have a new live album out, basically an evening with Haken. This album is just masterful. It really encompasses their catalog very, very well. There's a lot of great musicianship, but one of the things I really like about this particular Haken live album, it really captures the spirit of their live performance, and there's a lot of joy mixed in with the metal and the hardness and the melodies that they bring to the stage and to albums as well. So Haken live, or an evening with Haken, coming in at number 2. Just a tremendous album. And then the album that I listened to the most, which is something that kind of came back into my life this year, was Dream Theater. Live Scenes. This album dates back to 2000, I believe. Recorded and filmed, actually, at Roseland Ballroom in New York City. I wasn't there, but it really does capture the essence of Dream Theater, and it really still, going back in 2000 now, we're going back 25 years ago, the band was still a bit on the hungry side at that point, and I think this album is just kind of Dream Theater at their best, both technically and emotionally. So this album is well worth listening to. I find myself listening to this seemingly repeatedly over 2025. So that's my top 10 list. No sense to read it to you again, because you could always just rewind if you think you missed something. But that's the list. Hopefully you like it. Please feel free to leave comments. Please feel free to drop in what some of your favorite albums were of 2025. They could be just new albums or things that really inspired you, like this particular list is, to get you through good times, hard times, songwriting, or whatever it might be. Happy holidays. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, and stay metal.